Hey there, thinking about making the big move to Portugal? That's wonderful. It's a country that's captured the hearts of many, and for good reason. Let me walk you through some of the things people often want to know before they pack their bags. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. First off, let's talk about the good stuff, the quality of life. Imagine a place where the pace is a little slower, the sun shines a lot, and the people are warm and welcoming. That's Portugal. It's a country that consistently gets high marks for its overall quality of life, thanks to a relaxed lifestyle, a feeling of safety, and a cost of living that's a nice change of pace from what many of us are used to. You'll find a deep-rooted culture that loves family, good food, especially fresh seafood and those famous pastéis de nata, and music like the soulful Faro. The climate is a big draw too, with sunny days in the south and cooler, greener landscapes up north. The political scene is stable, giving you peace of mind as you settle in. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of finances and the cost of living. The good news is that your money will likely go a lot further in Portugal than it does in the US. We're talking a significant difference in the cost of things like housing, groceries, and a night out. Just remember that as a US citizen, you'll still need to file taxes in both countries, so it's a good idea to chat with a tax professional who understands international living. You'll be dealing with euros, wow, so keeping an eye on the exchange rate is a smart move. And of course, don't forget to budget for the initial move itself, things like visa applications and getting all your belongings over there. If you're thinking about work, the job market in Portugal is on the upswing, particularly in areas like tourism, tech, and green energy. While knowing some Portuguese will definitely help, you can find a lot of opportunities where English is the main language, especially with international companies. A quick heads up on salaries. They're generally lower than in the US, but the lower cost of living helps balance that out. If you're a digital nomad, Portugal has a special visa just for you, and other residency visas have income requirements, so there are different paths to make it work. When it comes to healthcare and safety, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Portugal is a very safe country with low crime rates. The healthcare system, called the Serviço Nacional de Saúde, or SNS, is available to all legal residents and is either free or very low cost. That said, many expats choose to get private insurance as well, just to have more options and potentially shorter wait times. If you have kids, the public schools are a great option and are free for residents, with English being a mandatory subject. Of course, there are also excellent private international schools if you prefer. Finally, let's cover the legal and logistical stuff. For a long-term move, you'll need a residency permit. There are a few different kinds, like the work visa, a retirement visa for those with passive income, or that cool new digital nomad visa. The exact documents you'll need will vary, but you can expect to gather things like your passport, proof of income and housing, and a background check. The great news is that Portugal is one of those awesome countries that allows dual citizenship, so you won't have to give up your US passport to become a Portuguese citizen down the road. If you're bringing your family or a beloved pet along, there are specific rules to follow, so make sure to look into those details as you plan your big adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. If you're thinking about moving to Portugal, you'll quickly discover a few cities and regions that are incredibly popular with other expats, and each has its own special charm. Lisbon, the vibrant capital city, is a top choice for those who love the hustle and bustle of a big city. Expats are drawn to its beautiful mix of historic neighborhoods and modern amenities. You'll find a lively arts and food scene and a huge international community that makes it easier to meet people and feel at home. It's a city of 7 hills with iconic yellow trams, stunning views, and a cosmopolitan vibe. Then there's Porto, located in the north of the country. Many people find Porto to be a more relaxed and affordable alternative to Lisbon. It's a city rich in history and famous for its port wine cellars along the beautiful Douro River. It's an artistic hub with a growing tech scene, and its fantastic public transportation and walkable neighborhoods make it a great place to live without a car. And of course, we can't forget the Algarve, which is the southern coastal region of Portugal. This area is famous for its stunning golden sand beaches and incredibly sunny weather. The Algarve is a favorite for retirees and families who want a laid-back outdoor lifestyle. You'll find a large expat community here, especially from the UK and Germany, so English is widely spoken. While the cities of Faro and Albufeira are popular, the region is full of charming little towns and villages, each with its own unique feel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Oh, that's a fantastic question. Each of these cities and regions has its own unique flavor, so let me give you a little taste of what you can experience in each one. Starting with Lisbon, you'll never run out of things to do. You can spend a day exploring the historic Alfama district, with its narrow, winding streets that feel like a step back in time. Be sure to climb up to the Castelo de São Jorge for breathtaking views of the city. For a more modern vibe, check out the trendy LX Factory, a converted industrial complex full of unique shops and restaurants. A must-do is riding one of the classic yellow trams and getting lost in the city's beautiful viewpoints, or miraduros. When it comes to food, Lisbon is a culinary paradise. You absolutely have to try the pastéis de nata, those famous custard tarts, especially from their original home in Belém. Another local favorite is bacalhau à brás, a delicious dish of shredded salted cod with potatoes and eggs. As for festivals, the month of June is a massive party thanks to the Santos Populares, Popular Saints festivals. The city lights up with street parties, colorful decorations, and the irresistible smell of grilled sardines filling the air. Next, let's head north to Porto. This city is famous for its stunning architecture and, of course, its port wine. You can't visit without taking a tour and tasting some wine at one of the famous cellars across the river in Vila Nova de Gaia. Walk across the iconic Dom Luís Ferreira Bridge for spectacular views of the city, or take a scenic cruise down the Douro River. The city's old Ribeira district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a joy to explore with its colorful buildings lining the waterfront. For a touch of magic, visit the Livraria Lello, a beautiful bookstore that's rumored to have inspired J.K. Rowling. Porto's most famous dish is francesinha, a hearty sandwich layered with different meats, covered in melted cheese and a special sauce, and often served with a side of fries. It's a must-try. The biggest festival in Porto is the Festa de São João on June 23rd, a lively celebration where people gather in the streets, tap each other on the head with plastic hammers for good luck, and enjoy fireworks over the river. Finally, a trip to the Algarve is all about the sun and sea. The main attractions are the breathtaking beaches and dramatic cliffs. You can take a boat tour to see the incredible sea caves like the famous Benagil Cave, or hike the Seven Hanging Valleys Trail for some unforgettable coastal views. The area is also perfect for surfing, with a number of surf schools and great waves. For a taste of history, explore the medieval castles and charming fishing villages scattered throughout the region. The Algarve is known for its fresh seafood, and you'll find some of the best grilled fish, particularly sardines, here. A popular local dish is cataplana de marisco, a rich seafood stew cooked in a traditional clam-shaped copper pot. The region's calendar is full of festivals, especially food festivals celebrating things like sardines and other seafood. A standout event is the Silves Medieval Fair, where the city of Silves transforms back in time with historical reenactments, music, and food. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. That's an excellent question, and it's a huge part of the decision to move. The good news is that Portugal is known for being a very affordable place to live, especially when compared to the United States. In fact, many sources say the cost of living is about 39% lower on average. Of course, just like anywhere, your costs will depend a lot on where you live and your lifestyle. Living in Lisbon, for example, will be more expensive than a smaller town in the countryside. Let's break down some of the average monthly costs you might encounter, with everything in US dollars to make it easy to compare. Housing. This is usually the biggest expense, and it has the widest range. A one-bedroom apartment in a major city like Lisbon might average somewhere between $1,400 to $2,500, but in a smaller city like Porto, it could be closer to $1,000. In a smaller town, you could find a nice place for even less. Utilities. This is where you can see some significant savings. For an average apartment, you can expect to pay around $110 to $200 per month for all your basic utilities like electricity, water, and garbage. This can vary a lot depending on the size of your home and how much you use heating and cooling. Groceries, a monthly grocery bill for a single person can be around $250 to $350. You'll find that fresh produce, amazing local wines, and many staples are very affordable. Eating out is also a treat, with a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant often costing around $40. Transportation. Portugal has a great public transportation system, especially in the major cities. A monthly pass for a city like Lisbon or Porto can be around $40 to $75, which is a great value. If you plan on driving, keep in mind that gasoline is more expensive in Portugal than in the US, currently around $7.30 per gallon. Cell phone and internet. Staying connected is relatively inexpensive. You can find a monthly cell phone plan with a good amount of data for around $15 to $20. For your home, a bundle that includes high-speed internet, TV, and phone can run you about $30 to $50 a month. Overall, a couple can live a comfortable life in Portugal for around $2,500 to $3,000 per month, especially if they're not in the most expensive parts of Lisbon. It's a country where you can enjoy a high quality of life without the high price tag. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Thank you for watching, and ring that bell to receive notification on new videos.